Okay, there we go.
Awesome. Hey, you guys, it's Dr. Linda Goggin from Feel Good Functional Medicine, Team Feel Good, and MLM Kapow. And I'm here with my excellent friend, John Bishop. We are both LifeWave independent distributors, and we're trying to help you improve your awesome network marketing business. We're trying to see, let's help you explore in this video, what are the pros and cons of a home-based business? It might be that network marketing is not for you. Let's find out. So John, the pros and cons of working out of your home. Well, let's talk about these. What should we start with, the cons or the pros?
I kind of like to start with the pros.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's start with the pros. What's your favorite thing about working from home?
Just freedom. Just being able to get up in the morning when I want to, not go into an environment that's toxic or just not fun to be in. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's the control factor. It's so nice to have control over where you're going. Right. I mean, as a mom, I've got 3 teenagers, and it's huge to me that I can spend whatever time I need with them because I have this flexibility. I mean, there's times when my kids are sick. Well, I can go and get them, and I don't have to worry about asking my boss for time off. So I really like that. Any other of your favorites? There are quite a few good things about working from home. And if you stay all the way to the end, we're going to give you a list of 45 awesome ways you can make money from home. So make sure you stay till the end, and you'll be able to get our special handout ideas for you. We're LifeWave independent distributors. We think LifeWave X39 and stem cell activation is really where it's at. But you might have a product or something else you love. You might have a talent that you want to, like jewelry making. I mean, you could do a lot of things from your home. So we're going to give you a list of all those things if you stay to the end. Okay. So besides our flexibility, what other things do you really like about working from home, John?
Well, I think the potential to not just have the time freedom, but also financial freedom, because you're really, you're going to get paid on your effort and the merit that you produce yourself, rather than just having to depend on, what others feel that your value is. And so with this kind of company, it can really change everything. It can take you from thinking that, well, my top potential, given my education or my experience and everything, is here, and actually with something like this, the sky's the limit.
Right. Well, and I think that you're differentiating something really important to people, because in home-based businesses, there are several flavors, right? You have the one-to-one home-based business where you make a piece of jewelry and you sell it to someone, like on Etsy or something like that, or you teach someone comes to your house and you do some personal training for them. So those are also home-based businesses that are legit, and there's many ways that you can make money at home. Those are all one-to-one. And what John has alluded to is the idea that we take advantage of in LifeWave as independent distributors, and that is the one-to-many approach, where what we're doing right now, we are creating a resource that we're going to be able to help other people without us actually going through it again. I mean, we still have plenty of great conversations with, our distributors and our friends and people who are in the company. But once we've made like a video at our home, we can put it online, and it's many people can see it. And that's what makes this very cool when this is your home-based business, is that you're able to duplicate much better. And John and I have some special ideas, which is one around how to duplicate without killing yourself. Because everybody wonders when they say, okay, if I go to work myself, can I make myself do it, right? You need a team around you. If you need a team around you, the advantage of being in like a network marketing type business is that you actually have a team that can encourage you. So one of the drawbacks, I think a con of being at home, is it can be lonely. So it can be isolating and to be by yourself, especially if you're doing one of those things where you're not involved with other people. And the buck stops with you. It's like whether or not you do the thing. So home-based businesses are not for everyone. And it's clear that you need to make a distinction that you're going to have to work. And sometimes it's good when your back's up against the wall and you just got to do the thing, right? So, I mean, I think that the other thing I really like is just not having to go and drive to work. It saves me so much money in gas. It saves me time. I really like that about it. What else can you think of, John, that's been really good for you with a home-based business?
Well, I think because right now I'm 63 years young, but I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And, recently I've been thinking more and more on just how to have time to do things that really, when you're working a 9 to 5 or more, 6, 7 days, 5, 6 days a week, you miss out a lot of life. There's just so much you miss out on.
Yeah, you do.
I think people getting to be my age or above start thinking about it more, that there's just not that much time left.
Right. And you're thinking about, well, I need to retire, but I still need to work. And that's another beautiful thing, is that many home-based business, you can kind of start it as a side hustle, working on the side while you're doing your regular job. And when you use techniques like John and I use, with our businesses, you're able to scale up more quickly, and that's something that we like to teach people about. And you have more times for friends and family, and we actually have more time to help the people that are coming up and coming within our business. There are other great things, though, about this home-based business. There is no dress code. I can wear whatever I want. I remember a day when I'm a doctor, and I was working at a group practice, and I came in wearing, my favorite dress, which is purple. It's a purple velvet dress, all right. And I had, it's a beautiful dress, and I had a scarf. I was looking pretty Stevie Nicks, and my partner said to me, "That is not appropriate." I'm like, what? My beautiful purple velvet dress is not appropriate? But of course, I was an equal to him, so I could tell him, yes, it was appropriate. It was totally fine for me to wear velvet to work. Anyway, what did he know? But there's no dress codes at home. I like that.
You can walk around in your slippers too.
That's right. From here down, I've got my jammy bottoms on. Actually, I don't. I like to get fully dressed. It helps me to get motivated, because that is one of the cons, is you must motivate you. And so I think, if I stayed in my jammy bottoms, it would be much harder for me to do the thing. And so I think that that's one trick of the trade, is getting dressed. But the other thing is, it's the startup cost. When I think about, I was considering buying a building for my medical office, right? I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about purchasing, before I have rented a building for my medical business. And let me just tell you, that's like throwing money into a hole, unless you're buying a place, but still, it's a lot of money. And for most home-based businesses, your startup costs are super low. I think that is a really important thing. And then also have this potential to go international, right? So you don't have to just stay local. If you have a brick and mortar business, you're stuck local. So that's another thing. What other things? Any other pros you can think of, John?
Yeah, I think one of the fears that people have, and this is why this kind of business is so good, is this 4-letter word that runs through people's minds called risk. And with a business that you really, how can you ever really be certain that your business is going to be competitive, and it's going to be on the cutting edge, it's going to be able to survive? Mm-hmm. So anybody that's had their own business knows this, that there are no guarantees, and there's a lot of risk involved until you get it started. And even when you get it started, there's no guarantee. I mean, something could come and wipe you out, which is actually what happened to my business previously.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that thing is always in people's minds, and even in a business like that, that'll be the first question they ask is, what's the risk?
Right. And how do we lower risk? I mean, and lower also, I mean, I think both of us being business owners, I mean, I have had a brick and mortar medical practice, and I was always trying to find a way that I could lower my overhead, because the overhead kills you. And there is a lower overhead. But of course, you have to find a space in your place. You have to be able to compartmentalize. So, because if you're working at home, you're always at work. That's kind of I think can be argued as a con. And when you're always at work, you have to, be like, okay, now I'm at work, right? Either a schedule or a separate spot. And then, to understand that that's the price you pay for the potentially lower risk of a home-based business. And I think it's true. People are looking at risk, especially now. We're coming out of the pandemic. I don't know when you guys are watching this right now. Hopefully, the pandemic's far long behind us. Many businesses shut, and everyone wants to make things as affordable as possible. And so, as LifeWave independent distributors, we have a super, super low overhead. We don't have to keep products. And we're going to talk about this on another video to come. How do you choose, if you're thinking about network marketing, if you're thinking about multi-level marketing, what kind of comparison do you use to choose the company that's right for you? Because if you understand the advantages of your efforts being compounded by many people, you'll understand that network marketing can be really one of the possible ways that you run your home-based business. And we're going to be telling you guys more about how to pick a network marketing business as we go. What about tax benefits? Are you using the tax benefits of your home-based business, John?
Yes, my CPA is helping me with that, actually.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there could be really huge benefits to having a home-based business, depending on where we are in tax law. You want to make sure you talk with your accountant around that and make sure that you're following whatever the IRS says, right? We're not, but I know that it certainly has helped us to be able to write off some of my expenses. The other thing is that you can take it at whatever pace you want, right? It's not like anybody's cracking a whip over your head. If you're super busy, mom or something like that, you don't have a lot of free time, you just go at the speed that you're going to go at. And that's another reason why you want to have a clear path forward, which is what John and I are trying to help you guys with. And so a clear path forward makes it easy for you just to work it at your own pace. Let's see. What other kind of cons can you think of, John?
I think some people just don't have maybe the disposition to do.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
It's like this, and that's something I don't know. I mean, people change, but when you're older, it's kind of hard to change, and so something like this could actually be kind of scary for people. To do, because they haven't, they feel like, well, I didn't go to school to learn this and this, and they come up with all these reasons, and they just kind of shove it out of their thoughts, So that is, I think, one of the biggest fears and also cons of a business like this.
Yeah, I think, and when you're talking about a business that because a home-based business, starting any kind of business can be a little scary, right? And certain kinds of home-based businesses are going to require a little bit more tech savvy that, depending on where you are in life, you might not have been exposed to. But what is so nice, I'm in the middle of my 50s, John's in his early 60s, and you can teach us older dogs new tricks, because we've learned all kinds of tech that we are happy to share with people as they go on their journey. And it's sort of worth diving in if you have a company and a product you believe in. I think that's what that's really big, is if I didn't have something like LifeWave or LifeWave X39, if I did not have that to drive me, feeling almost guilty by not sharing, I might not share. I don't think I would even have considered to learn the things I've learned about basics of, how to do a Zoom call like we're doing right now, which is not hard. And know that we can help people, and there's a lot of help on the internet for people to learn those new skills. I think that home-based business it's a vehicle for personal growth. That's the other beautiful thing about stretching yourself beyond comfort zone. And I feel like I've grown a lot from, saying, no, I'm not going to join the practice, and I'm going to embark upon my own thing, which first was a micro practice in medicine, and now having a few small side businesses that keep me growing. It's like, as we get older, we either expand or contract. And I think one of parts of anti-aging is expanding into your years, right? You have so much knowledge. You've learned so many things, and now's the time when we want to feel better and better, so we can use all that stuff. That's why I like having stem cell patches as the thing I am promoting, because people feel so much better. And so whatever your product is, right, that you're going to do, you want to choose something that brings you great joy, that you like the people you're working with. If it's one of those kind of network marketing things, and know that the fear is something that, with the help of others, most people can overcome. Still, it's not for everybody, though.
I think the other thing too is sometimes when people are thinking, starting their own business, with a product, that they're going to have to keep selling something over and over and over again. And really, because number one, like LifeWave, these are patches. You don't just have one patch that you put on and that's it. And you never buy another one. They're consumable products. They're like drinks or energy bars or whatever. People are going to keep using them because they see the benefit. And so once you start building, just as we're talking to people right now about the benefits that we feel we've received, they're going to want to do the same thing. And so you either want to enjoy that reality or not.
Yeah.
To me, it's kind of exciting, because you just see, like, wow, I wonder how many people I can influence. I wonder how many people can get these patches in their hands, put them on a certain part of their body, even if they don't have pain, and then experience, within even minutes or days or weeks or months, an improvement in their health. How many people, and that's why I think even setting goals, is a good thing too. It's like with the personal development that you were talking about, Linda, is to not just sit on the rock and just wait for something to happen, of course, but to be, really believe in it, that there's almost like there's a force behind it that's going to, with you or without you, it's going to affect a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, and when I think about the pros and cons, if we get like more granular around network marketing, the pro for network marketing now is that we can use the internet as a big tool to reach people that are trying to find what we have. Instead of knocking on doors, that direct selling model is really challenging. The Avon lady, I remember, God bless her, she would, be at my mom's house, at least once a month with all of her wares. It was great fun when the Avon lady came. I loved it, right? Because she'd have lipstick and stuff we could put on. And But that's just such a hard way to make a living. And now we have the advantage of the internet. So when you're looking at a home-based business, trying to make some money from home, this is what we want for you. You want to love the product, feel like behind it. Preferably, you want to pick something that's going to help other people. And we're going to do a whole video on how you go through trying to select what's the best thing. But you've made it to the end of this particular video discussing the pros and cons. And so if you just click that link below, and we're going to give you our list of 45 ways that you can make money at home. And make sure that you keep watching these videos so that you can get educated on whether or not you're a person that would do well in network marketing, whether or not a home-based business is for you. Let us help you figure that out. All right. I hope you guys have an awesome day. John, always good to chat with you.
And likewise, then, Linda, thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.